Coach, I guess there's no other way to put it other than one win the last 6 games. What do you need to do there?
You know, it's funny, we like how we're playing. I think it's been about 13, 14 games that our team play is improving dramatically. We just now got to start finding results. I think that, we significantly had a edge in play against Toronto. We certainly did against Hartford on Friday. We did in Belleville, the game before that. So unfortunately, they're not always leading the wins. I do believe, though, I'm a process-focused coach that believes that if you do things the right way, consistently over and over and over, wins will pan out. We're practicing extremely well. We're playing quite well in games, not perfect by any stretch. And now we just got to believe that if we keep doing it, the wins are going to start piling up.
Makeup, like the line combinations, the defensive pairings and stuff like that. Are you still tweaking or what?
I'm still tweaking. I tweak a lot with the forward lines. I'm not, unless they sometimes you get a line and JJ and Quinn were together a lot last year. Byro and Rusek have been together a lot this year. Not always, but a lot, right? But we are tweaking a little bit. We'll tweak a hair again this week. Want to get Mersch in the offensive zone more. We're a really fast team, and I think we've been excellent in transition and up and down the ice, but that's not his best game. He can do it, but he dominates in the offensive zone, and so I'm going to try to put guys around him that are going to put him in the offensive zone more, so we can maximize his strengths of his game, and hopefully get him on an offensive kind of heater here down the stretch. The D pairs have been relatively consistent. Prow and Pilot have seemed to form some good chemistry together. I think Davies and Ciccone have been really good together. And then in short sample size, Barkowski and Strand have looked pretty good together. And then I thought Mitch Elliott played an excellent game for us on Sunday.
The power play have been doing so outstanding the previous 3 games or whatever. Last game, over on the power play. You must be pretty happy with the power play overall.
Yeah, I mean, Michael Pekka does really good work with our power play. And I think the guys have been committed to a process and they've gotten better because there was a time that the power play wasn't very good and they've made great improvements. It had been quite hot. Again, I don't think the power play was poor on Sunday. The puck just didn't go in the net. I think, total in the game, we hit 5 posts or crossbars. I think 3 of them were on the power play. And then, we had an empty net that was going in on the one-timer from Rosine, and it happened to just hit a stick. Otherwise, it was a wide-open net that was going to be a goal. And then Shalgren made some big saves. So I think sometimes you don't want to get overreactive to one performance on the power play and look at the total body of work. Total body of work has been pretty good.
So you got Sudakis back. You're missing Prow, Kozak, Gasevich is out. What's the injury report this morning?
Yeah, Sudakis back, which is great. He's an important player for us. Helps us play to an identity. Kozak is still out. Week to week up with a lower body. I think there's a chance he'll be back next weekend, not this weekend. Gasevich, unfortunately, looks like he's going to be out for the season. Lower body. That was tough. On just a really, really dirty hit that you don't like to see in the game. And it's just you trade for him. Big body, competitive, just drips with energy and positivity. No, we're going to miss him for sure. We're going to really miss him. So Prow is back. Prow practiced full today and should be available for tomorrow.
Anything happening with them that you know of between last game and this?
In terms of their roster? I haven't looked. We'll watch video on them, but we've played them a lot recently, home and away. We know the challenges they pose. They're fast. They're competitive as heck. They're tenacious. They they make the game fast and chaotic against you. They're playing good hockey right now, so we know how challenging of a game that we'll be in for tomorrow night.
A lot of emphasis on talking today at practice. Why are you trying to get over communicating more out there?
We just don't. It's been all year. We're getting better at it. We're not good enough at it. Probably some of it is we're young, and young players tend to talk less. We have a chunk of Europeans, and maybe they're not as confident, in terms of language in those quick moments. But it's something that we've been emphasizing as a coaching staff, and really emphasizing it today. When you play a team like Laval, and they are good at putting you in chaotic situations, the more you communicate, the less chaotic it seems. One player communicating and being assertive in his communication and in his play settles everybody else down. And so we got to keep getting better at it.
Duo, tandem, it's been pretty solid all season. Both have played outstanding, both have had hiccups. How do you go into deciding who's going to kind of get out of the three?
Well, Subban's our number one, and really has been all year since Upi went up. And Upi, I think, only played 8 or 9 games for us. So it's pretty much been all year since Subban became healthy. He's been our number one goalie, and he'll continue to be. We have a lot of faith in both goaltenders. And so when I look at the week, Seamus and I talk, we map out a plan, and we talk through the situations and the matchups. Some goalies play better against certain teams. Some goalies play better in different arenas. There's historical things that you take into all that into consideration. But at the end of the day, Malcolm Subban is our number one goalie. We have a lot of belief in Michael Hauser as well, but usually and normally in a week where you have 3 games, Subban's going to get 2 of them. I thought Pex played very good. I thought he played hard. I thought he had energy, had probably some more offensive confidence because of his success in Cincinnati. I know he's playing a lot down there. Jason Payne's done a very good job with him. He's playing a lot. He's producing, building that confidence. And, he's had an unfortunate run where he went from COVID year, which was minimal, to injured and beat up for most of last year and missed the end of the season, and misses the beginning of this season with the injury as well. And, it's a tough way to start your pro career. He definitely seems like he has more, his balance, his strength is better right now. And he definitely seems to be playing with more confidence, which is great to see.
With some of the forwards go to Cincinnati, and then getting good ice time, sticking with the programs, Jason Payne's running, and then coming back up and being able to reinsert themselves right away.
Yeah, I think that, like we try to do with players when they go back to Buffalo, right? And I think we saw that Hinostroza went up and played really, really well. And Anders Bjork went to Chicago and played really well. Sometimes if you're here and you're towards the bottom of the lineup or in and out or in the NHL in that same situation, you might be playing 8 to 12 minutes a night. You're not getting a lot of power play time. Some nights you're scratched. It's a hard way to exist. It's a hard way to stay in game shape, physically, mentally, all those things. So when you move down a level, NHL, the American League, the East Coast League, usually then you're getting big minutes and you're in big opportunities. You're playing special teams. You're playing 16 to 20 minutes a night. And that helps your game pace and your readiness, and it also helps your confidence and your belief in yourself as a player.
Without any games from Michael Hauser, what I feel like a lot of people see good in their starting goaltender this season. What do you like about that form?
Yeah, Beck has played really well for them. Painter's done a great job. They're having a really good year. You don't anticipate. Michael Hauser's been here the whole season. And Beck has had to carry the lion's share of the work. And I believe, at least I looked last week, he was leading the league in wins. And I've always been a big believer. I like to judge goaltenders on their win-loss record more than their save percentage. Save percentage can be skewed all the time by different things. I think your win-loss is a big indicator of how you're playing. And obviously, Beck Warman's played outstanding for them.